Hi, hello, how are you all this fine day? I hope that if you're here, you subscribe to this channel. If you're not already, help us get to 500 wonderful people. And check out everything that is down below. We got social media, we got my newsletter, we got my website, so get on that. I want to address a misconception that I for sure, in my limited knowledge growing up of autism, what all that was, I always thought that being autistic and being empathetic, having any sort of empathy, that these two concepts were incompatible, which, let me tell you, that's not true. In fact, in my own sense of empathy, I think they've kind of categorized it now as being an empath, which you can be neurotypical or neurodiverse in that sort of sense, but I essentially have empathy all over the place. If someone else is feeling and experiencing something, especially if it's a strong emotion, I'm taking that on as my own. And imagine me doing that in a situation with more than one person, feeling many an intense thing, and I'm even slightly burnt out to the point where it can be hard to just regulate myself and then try and distinguish what I'm actually feeling compared to what the heck everyone else is feeling. So that can be kind of murky, and I think that's why one of many reasons that for me to really take care of myself, that requires being alone or just with people that I trust and don't necessarily drain me. Now, I have that sort of experience with empathy, and other autistic people experience something called, don't judge me on my pronunciation, but alexithymia. Essentially, still having empathy and still experiencing emotions, but just really struggling with putting words to those feelings and naming them, and just trying to describe them can be really hard because, again, when you're feeling a lot, it can just kind of, at times, just muddle all up in this goo of emotion. Take that as you will. So that can conflict with what a lot of people think in autistic people being really black and white and analytical and logical and all of these different things that may be true for some people, but for me especially, I'm kind of the opposite of analytical most of the time, and instead I experience the extremes, and that just goes for everything, including the emotions. And I wanted to just address this because, one, it's more or less like a huge just generalization and stereotype that, it doesn't fit everyone. It's a spectrum, many colors, many experiences, and because especially uh, living in a place like America where empathy is not necessarily appreciated. It's not really welcome in many spaces, which has, I think, been a huge kind of lead up into things like canceling people, just outright condemning someone based off of one fact without really fully knowing their situation, just making really rash judgments and decisions that if you took the time, if you let your guard down, you know, you likely wouldn't make the same quick decision there on something or someone. And it's just really frustrating. I speak for myself, and it's probably true for someone with any sort of neurofunctioning, that it's just a part of having street smarts and not fully trusting everything and everyone. And it's good in moderation, but again, I think that's just another extreme. And imagine what that would be like if we actually, balanced it out with some empathy. And many autistic people are just really great at that. If we actually took the time to, listen to people of different thinking, then I don't know what it would be like. Just a thought, just an idea. And, we're just in a very polarized world. I can safely say I'm usually a go big or go home kind of extreme myself. It's either I'm all in or I'm all out. It's hard for me to be moderate in a lot of cases. And recognizing that in so many other different contexts, it's championing one extreme of just being kind of logical in a sense, but just very quick to make decisions, fast-paced, go. Whatever is new, look at that, toss everything else aside. That's its own extreme. And if we brought together that with neurodiversity and these really insightful perspectives on emotion and how that might look in this type of world that we're living in, it's just a thought up there, a thought cloud that's rolling over. And I'd be interested in what you experience when it comes to emotions, whether you struggle or not to regulate them, empathy in general, and, do you think this world is empathetic enough? So, Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's start a conversation. And with that, I thank you so much for being here, for taking the time to listen and watch. Please subscribe if you're not already, and many blessings and well wishes to you. I will see you all next time.